Alright guys, I decided to share my high on deck list as well, which is... Alright guys, I decided to share my high on deck list as well. The difference between the leaders list and the high on deck list is the leaders list is the name of the strongest stocks that I can find with my screeners, and the high on deck list is a list that contains stocks that are currently basing or going sideways, pulling back, or in some way, shape or form, looking like they could set up for my type of trading. Let's start the list with the first name, BE, and the first 5 to 6 names will match with the leaders list because, of course, names on the leaders list can also be on the high on deck list. But the other way around doesn't hold true, so not every name on the high on deck list is on the leaders list. Let's start with BE. As I said in my other video, BE looks good, but I would like to see it go sideways, form something into the earnings. LITE, same thing, going sideways. We'll leave it alone till the earnings coming out. ONDS, would like to see a pullback, or some sort of basing action before I pick it up. GRAL, same thing. CLS, I would want to see the earnings or the reaction to earnings before I go do something. AXSM, kind of a no man's land, and I will probably throw it off the list because this is not really high on deck. So Reddit, sideways action till the earnings coming out, and that's about it with the leaders or with the names from the leaders list. Now there are only names left that are not on my leaders list, and therefore I haven't shared with you yet. IREN looks like it could potentially set up a cheat. IDR looks decent. I could imagine, or I could see myself picking it up if it crosses this area like so. But I would only probe it at this point because the stuff that I've been looking at throughout the week or last week didn't really unfold the way I would like it to unfold, and therefore it wouldn't have really worked for me. Also, most names are extended right now, or the strongest names are extended, so it feels like there are only laggards left in the base, and I don't really prefer to trade laggards, so I would trade them, but with smaller size than usual. HUT, really very wide right now, but if it could like set up something like this and just go sideways for a while and then eventually break out to the upside after a short natural reaction or pause or whatever you want to call it. UPB, really, I would like to see, ideally I would like to see a pullback and shakeout of this level right here, and then I would be interested to enter above the pullback days high or shakeout days high. KTOS actually coming in quite heavily, 20% in 4 days. Depends on what you would term heavy, but I would like to see it also pull back, maybe undercut the 20 EMA, and then enter it either on the same day it undercuts if it crosses back up, or the day after if it can stage a good close, and then I would like to pick it up like this. And most of the stuff is repetitive, but I'll go through it anyway because the names are here and I thought I might share it. So COHR just going sideways, not much to do right now. Earnings coming up, so really just want to see how it reacts to earnings. Also, it had a couple of failed breakout attempts in the past, or in the most recent past, so not really going for it if it would go, or I wouldn't be interested in picking it up if it does something like this on Monday and Tuesday, because yeah, if it fails the first 2 breakout attempts, then I would like to just give it more time, and if I miss it, I miss it, but I'm not too dependent on it. NXT earnings coming up this week, so yeah, no touch, but would prefer to see it go sideways. MP is actually fairly deep and fairly far away from its highs, with 30%, but looking constructive so far, and maybe we can have an extended period of sideways movement till earnings come out, and then perhaps play an earnings pivot. So that would be interesting. ONDS looks very interesting, and actually like something I would like to play on Monday and or Tuesday, depending on how things unfold. This would be my ideal scenario right now, what I drew in here. VERA Therapeutics also looking decent. Maybe building something like this again, going sideways for a couple of days more, and then break through the, what is it, like 49.50 area. That would be looking interesting. That would look interesting. XMTR, yeah, really just same thing. If this could go sideways here, I would be very interested to play it. It's not that far away from its highs, so it's like only 11% away. That's decent, that's okay, but it's not the strongest name, so yeah, just observing it. If it sets up perfect, I would probably still go for it, but yeah, all of those names that I'm sharing right now are not, or most of those names are not like names that I have to get in. It's not like the leaders list. The leaders list is an absolute, like, if I see any opportunity to get into one of the leading stocks from the leaders list, I will absolutely take it. But those names, they're also for measurement. I want to see how other things behave. I want to see how things are unfolding. Yeah, what's really going on in the market? Are only my leaders working, or are there other names working as well, to just gauge the overall health and yeah, type of environment I'm currently in, or we are currently in the market. So not every name I'm showing here is an absolute must buy for me, but just interesting names, and if they set up the correct way, I would buy them. If they don't set up the perfect way for my style, then I will definitely pass on them. IMD is a name that looks very interesting. I was interested in it down here when it retook the 50-day. Unfortunately, I missed it. Or unfortunate, well, it saved me from a stop loss, from a loss taken. But right now it looks very strong. Perhaps it could go sideways into earnings, maybe pull back a little bit, and then have an earnings pop, and then we could yeah, maybe play an earnings pivot on AMD. I would be very interested in that, but until then, I'm definitely gonna leave it alone. AGX, yeah, just looking good, kind of just starting to build the right side of the base. I like the fact that the volume is lower on the declining days than on the rising days, on the most recent ones. So yeah, but not much to do right now. SEI, Solaris Energy, looking decent, having a failed breakout attempt, so same thing as with the other names that had failed breakout attempts. I would like to see this one kind of just go sideways for a little bit and then try again later. So same thing, if this breaks out on Monday or Tuesday, I'm definitely not gonna chase it, or definitely not gonna play it, but that's just personal preference. FN close to earnings, so I would like to see it, yeah, I would like to see the reaction to earnings. If earnings wouldn't be that close, I would probably, or you could probably play it off the 50-day with a small test position, but right now it's an avoid because of the earnings. GLW, same thing. Earnings too close for my taste, so I'm definitely gonna give this a pass. But it definitely looks, yeah, okay. Definitely looks interesting. ALMU definitely needs some time here. I put it on the list as of Friday last week, but ever since then it kind of collapsed and will probably be kicked off the list throughout the next week if it doesn't recover quickly. But even if it does recover, earnings are too close for me to play it right now, so kind of not really interested in the name for now. NVT, yeah, going sideways, earnings close, so yeah, just sitting here, waiting, watching, observing. GEV, going sideways into earnings, would like to play something like an earnings pivot again, but for now too close to earnings, so definitely a no touch for Monday and Tuesday. VRT, I would like to see it go sideways into earnings, man. I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again, but that's just the spirit of earnings season. Just patience and yeah, playing earnings pivots if they show up and if you get the opportunity. And if not, if stocks crumble or go before earnings, I'm willing to let them go because I don't want to take the risk of holding into earnings and then just get obliterated. So yeah, CRS close to earnings, but other than that, looking decent. I don't like that big red day here, but volatility around breakout points is yeah, just the name of the game lately, and so yeah, not much to say about that name. CHYM actually looks very interesting. Not the type of name I would usually play, but this is an IPO, and it kind of looks like it's found some sort of support, and this one I would probably play even if it's close to earnings. That's just because it's an IPO, and I would like to see if it can give me something like this. I would be willing to hold a small position into earnings and see how it goes, because it's just such a new name, and therefore has huge upside potential. But yeah, this is on my focus list for Monday, Tuesday, and probably throughout the rest of the week if it doesn't fall apart. But yeah, looking decent. Yeah, and that's my high on deck list. Not really much in buyable position right now, but that's just the spirit of the list. Like, it's not a list of names that are definitely or that are viable within the next couple of days. Sorry, it's not a list of names that are immediately viable, but rather in the next couple of days, couple of weeks, or just names that I think are interesting, like AMD, for example, showing some sort of strength lately, and yeah, therefore should be observed. But not every name on this list will be traded, because there are usually too many names to be traded, and yeah, just there to actually gauge what's going on in the market. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the insights, and yeah, I wish you happy trading. Cheers.